I look like there's a Pokeball on my shoulder in all of these videos. Hello bookworms! Today I'm here with my February book haul. I'm gonna do something similar to what I did last month. I liked that I broke up the haul into like new releases and then other stuff. So I'm gonna start with new releases. Sort of don't have as many books to show you as the last few months, but also sort of do because of series. So yeah, whatever helps me sleep at night. Here we go. The first book that I got this month is The Shadow Queen by C.J. Redwine. And this is a book that I'm planning on reading in March because I am so excited for it. And it has a map. It has a map. And for those of you that care, like me, it's a fuzzy cover with raised topography, which is my favorite kind of cover in the world. But anyway, so besides the look and feel of the book, the story also sounds great, which is what's actually important. This book is a Snow White retelling, and the rest of the books in the series are also going to be inspired by fairy tales, but they're going to be companion novels, so this is a completed novel with a full story arc, and I'm thinking there's not going to be any kind of cliffhanger or anything. I am really looking forward to reading this because it comes very highly recommended by Alexa from Alexa Loves Books and Rachel from Hello Chelly, and I just can't wait to read this one. The next new release that I picked up is These Vicious Masks by Taryn Shanker and Kelly Zekas, and this book was described as X-Men meets Jane Austen, so it follows a girl that has abilities and she has a sister, and I believe she's supposed to like be married, but she doesn't really want to be married, so she kind of runs off to London, and then her sister goes to try to find her, but there are also other people trying to find her, so it sounds like it's gonna be good. Cassie from Spines with Lines book club and the book blog Bibliomantics also really enjoyed this one. She wrote a pretty good review of it, so I am excited to read this, and I've been liking historical fiction a lot more, which has been kind of a surprise to me this past like year and a half, so I am definitely going to get to this one soon. Next I have one of my most anticipated books of 2016, and that is Calamity by Brandon Sanderson. I'm so excited to finish this trilogy and find out everything that's happening with the Reckoners and just the way that the story's gonna wrap up. Unfortunately, I heard some things about it being the weakest in the series, but I've also heard other people say that they love it, so I'll see where I fall when I read it. I don't want to ruin anything, so I won't tell you what this one specifically is about, but the first book, Steelheart, is about a guy named David who joins a group of rebels called the Reckoners, and the Reckoners are people that kill epics, and epics are people who have just one day formed like superhero powers, and there's really no explanation for it, and they have been ruling the earth with fear ever since instead of using their power to do good things. So that's why these Reckoners exist. They're trying to help the average human, and it's just Brandon Sanderson, so it's great. The next new release that I have is Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. I love this cover. It is so very pretty. I liked the first book in the series. I wasn't super in love with it, but I did think that Victoria Aveyard's writing was really beautiful, and I think that she is really good at pacing and really good at telling a story, and there was just constant action, and I was very interested in what was happening, even though I did feel like it was rather derivative of some other series, like namely The Selection and The Hunger Games, but I was interested enough that I want to continue with the next book, so I picked this one up on pre-order, and I'm probably going to get to it really soon because I want to try to stay as caught up with series as I possibly can this year. Next, I have A Gathering of Shadows by Victoria Schwab, or V.E. Schwab because it's an adult book. And this is the second book in the A Darker Shade of Magic series, which also, that got optioned for a TV show, which is really, really exciting. And Victoria is helping writing the script for the pilot, at least. I don't know if she's writing more of them, but that's super cool. But anyway, this follows a guy named Kel and a girl named Lila, and they can travel between these different Londons. There are 4 different Londons, and there's a gray one, a white one, a black one, and a red one, and magic is seen very differently in all of those worlds, or not at all. It's really, really good. It's really well written. I just love everything that Victoria writes. And again, I don't want to say what's going to go on in this one because I don't want to spoil the first one in case you haven't read it yet, and you should. The next book that I have is After the Woods by Kim Savage, and this one looked really interesting. I haven't heard like that much about it. So this book follows two girls. They were taken into the woods, and one of them ran away and escaped, and the other one was hunted in the woods by someone for 2 like terrifying nights. And she escapes the woods and obviously has a lot of issues from that experience. And her friend, they have each other, at least that they went through this experience, but obviously her friend feels really guilty for running and leaving the other girl in the woods with this person. And then a year goes by and a dead girl shows up in those same woods. So I think they're going to be trying to figure out like what happened and why it is that, you know, someone else is showing up. They don't want anyone else to go through this. It was obviously like a really traumatizing experience, and it just sounds really interesting. It's definitely going to be a psychological thriller for anyone who likes those, and I am definitely looking forward to reading this one, which I say about all of them, and I should because I bought them. The next set of books that I got is actually a trilogy, and it is, I think it's called the New Solo Trilogy by Jodi Meadows. The first book is Incarnate. The second book is Asunder, I think, or it could be the third one. And then the third one or second one is Infinite. I actually don't know too much about these, but I have heard, again, Alexa say really great things about them. If you can't tell, I like just eat up her YA recommendations. So I am definitely looking forward to reading these. I know it's like one of her favorite trilogies of all time. It's a fantasy series, and just judging from the covers, I would imagine it has something to do with fairies, which I enjoy. So I look forward to reading this one. They're also really pretty without the jackets on, which is why I wanted the hardcovers instead of the paperbacks. Second one is blue with a rose, mint green with a feather. So like I feel like all of these books are just my favorite color combination, so how could I not love them? The next set of books that I have to show you are actually manga, and I would be lying if I said that I didn't also buy these for their color scheme because they're so beautiful, but the story also sounds really cool. It's inspired by Alice in Wonderland, but it's called Alice in Murderland. This is the first volume. This is the second volume. Pink and mint green are like my aesthetic. And this is the third volume. And I'm not sure if there are actually going to be more volumes of these, but these 3 were just recently released within the last like year. So yeah. And also I thought that it was really cool that they're hardcover, because a lot of times manga is not hardcover, it's softcover. So I feel like that bodes well for the series and how great it's going to be. Another manga that I picked up this month is Orange, the Complete Collection, Volume 1. It's by Ikigo Takano, can't say the name, as per usual. I saw Sana from Inkbones Books talk about this, and it sounded really good. It's like a slice of life manga, and it just looks really cute. There's, you know, kids in school uniforms sitting on a park bench, so that really appeals to me on a lot of levels. The next 2 books that I have to show you are probably some of the most exciting in this haul, and you would be right if you guessed that they were Harry Potter books. So I got Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. This is a book that comes in like a super pretty case, and the actual book is orange and has Hedwig there on the front, and then the end paper has the Hogwarts castle. So it's like really pretty. I love it. It's so pretty. There's also a ribbon that goes in the book so that you don't need a bookmark. You can just use the ribbon, which I think is a really nice thing. But these books are currently in the process of being released. So far only the first and second ones are out. The third one's coming out very soon, and then the fourth one is coming out later than that, but I got the first 2 and pre-ordered the third and fourth on Book Depository if you're interested in getting these. And then the second one is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and you have a beautiful Hogwarts on the cover, and then I love the book because it's lime green and it's so pretty, and then we have Dobby there, and it actually has the same end papers, the same Hogwarts end papers, which I thought was interesting, but it's pretty and just, oh, I love it. So you should get them too. Next, I have another complete series of books to show you, and it's one that I already have, but I decided to get a new edition of them because I've been wanting it for a while and I just really love them. So I picked up the UK paperbacks of the Sookie Stackhouse novels by Cassandra Clare. This is not even at all. I think everyone's familiar with True Blood, but True Blood is based on this book series, which is a lot better than the show until we get to like the 7th-ish book when everything kind of goes downhill. Or maybe it's a little bit later than that, and I still refuse to read the last one, but anyway, I digress. I just think that these spines look so beautiful together, and I really wanted these ones for my shelves as opposed to the other ones that I had, so I went for it, and I got these. I will list the books in the series. They're not going to be in order, so sorry. There is Dead Until Dark, Living Dead in Dallas, Club Dead, Dead to the World, Dead as a Doornail, Definitely Dead, Altogether Dead, From Dead to Worse, Dead and Gone, Dead in the Family, Dead Reckoning, Deadlocked, and Dead Ever After. The next set of books I have to show you are also a series, and it is the Inheritance series by Christopher Paolini. This is the hardcover box set that I got with a Barnes & Noble coupon, so I saved a lot of money on it, which was really nice. And I'm also a member, so I get extra money off online, and yeah, it was great. So this is a good deal. I have never read this. It's a fantasy series. There's definitely dragons. I don't know too much about it, but I know that it is series that my brother read when we were younger and really loved, so I don't know why I didn't read it as well, but I am planning on rectifying that now. Then I have Phantom Bullet by Reki Kawahara, which I can't say the name. This is the 5th light novel in the Sword Art Online series. I have watched all of the anime that is available, but this actually extends past that point, so I am definitely looking forward to this. I've read light novels 1 through 3, so I still have to read 4, and then I can read this one. And then I saved my best books for last, which might be hard to believe because I just showed you those really beautiful Harry Potter books, but just wait. So in addition to moving all my books and planning a wedding and car shopping, I also got a new job because why not change everything in my life? So as like a special treat for myself, as like a good job, Kristen, you're doing things, I finally placed an order with Folio Society, and I've just been wanting books for them for the longest time, so I was like, if I get this job, this will be how I reward myself, and I'm so pleased. I'm so glad that they're on my new bookshelf, and they just look beautiful, and I love them, and I'm so happy. So the first set that I got are the His Dark Materials series by Philip Pullman. They're like this beautiful black box set, and then I'll show you them one by one. The first book is The Golden Compass, and the Folio Society books are actually illustrated as well. Then the second one is The Subtle Knife. That's the cover and the back. And the third one is The Amber Spyglass, and then that's the back of that one. That is the first set, but there's more. Then I got The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, which is also a Folio Society book, and it's so pretty, and look at Smaug! He's just gracing the cover there. And of course, I have to show you the beautiful spine. You may actually remember this book from the Pretty Books video that I did with Alexa from Alexa Loves Books. I have wanted this for so long, and now I have one as well, and I'm so happy. And then how could I get The Hobbit without getting The Lord of the Rings? Those are those spines, so they match, and actually the Silmarillion is blue with this kind of like swirly design, so I'm definitely planning on getting that one soon, but in a little while because these books are pretty expensive. So we have The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, The Return of the King. So those are all the books that I bought in February. I guess there were actually more of them than I thought that there were, so I'm sorry about that, but I have a problem, and but now I have more shelf space, so everything is awesome. And I hope that you guys enjoyed my haul. I would love to know what you guys are reading, what you guys picked up in February, what you're excited for in March. Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye!